Green Tree Productions is proud to present Duncanville Weekly News. It's the good news just for the City of Champions, Duncanville, Texas. And now, here's your host, John Thompson.
Hello, world, America, Texas, and Duncanville, and welcome to this edition of Duncanville Weekly News for the first part of 2017. Glad you're logged on and watching. On this show, it's all hoops. It's more hoops than we can even put on the show because each of the teams, the Panthers and the Pantherettes, have played many games since our last show, and we're going to get to the highlights right after this.
Happy holidays. This is Coach Reginald Sample of the Duncanville Panthers. We're excited about the future. This year we went to the fourth round. Unfortunately, we lost. But we're excited going forward. But all that's over now. Right now, it's basketball season, and I'm ready for the hoops.
Hoops? Did you say hoops? We gotcha hoops. Right here in the Hoops Corner on Duncanville Weekly News with all the highlights from the latest Duncanville Panther and Pantherette basketball games and a peek at upcoming games. The Hoops Corner is brought to you by
James Memorial Chapel, your home-owned and operated funeral home celebrating life, honoring families, and serving you in your time of need.
Leon Miller Commercial Real Estate Properties on Main Street. Need some space? Call Leon at 972-709-7181.
Glow Family Dental, right here in Duncanville on Wheatland, right by the tracks.
By the Wolverton Company, serving Duncanville's heating and cooling needs for longer than anybody can remember. 972-296-COOL. And now, in the Hoops Corner, here's John with all the Hoops highlights.
Hello, Duncanville basketball fans, and welcome back to the Hoops Corner. Well, the holidays are over, but there were plenty of games played between the Christmas break and the school cranking back up. The Pantherettes had only the Sandra Meadows Tournament, but they played 5 games, and here's what happened. It's the 66th annual Sandra Meadows Classic, known as the SWA up until modern times, and the Pantherettes have won about a third of them and 4 of the last 5, and the same fans have been to most all of them. The tournament started on Wednesday, and in the opening round, the Pantherettes played Richardson and went up early on a star break layup. And then Kyla intercepts their inbounds pass and gets it to Lorraine for a high percentage shot. Naya hits a three-point shot from the top. Chrisland scores on the Tierra inbounds pass. Richardson scores at the buzzer. But after one, it's 17-7, Pantherettes. Of course, at this event, college scouts from all over the country are here to find players and sit on the floor close to the action. And after 3, the Pantherettes lead is 45 points. They can use both eyes now and scores on a break. Then passes Star down the lane for 2 more. Angel buries a 3-point shot. And then Kyla hits 1, 2 for 3. Final Pantherettes 90. Well, one more. Tierra. Final Pantherettes 90 and Richardson 38 in this first round game. Lorraine had 19. Chrisland had 16. And Star had 14. Kyla scored 10 in a balanced offensive effort with 11 players in the scoring column. This is Bishop Lynch coach Andy Zillman, who broke a tradition last year by not scheduling the Pantherettes as he had done for at least 25 years on the Saturday after Thanksgiving, and everybody wondered if Coach Self Morgan would turn them loose to score 100 points in this game on the Lady Friars. The second round game, Wednesday evening, and Starr gets it started with a spinner in the lane. Zay is ahead of the pack for a snowbird, and then she hits a baseline shot. Kyla makes an across-the-court pass to Zay, who hits a three-point shot to break a 3-minute scoreless period for the Pantherettes. When Zay misses on the break, Starr is there to put it back. And after one, it's 20-10 Pantherettes. Now you again gets two quick baskets with this floater in the lane. Then takes a bad Lynch inbounds pass, scores, and draws a foul. And it's 62-31 after three. Angel opens the fourth quarter with a good shot from behind that arc on the floor. And Kyla nails a rainbow from the far corner. Kristen hits a short jump shot. And it's over. Final, Pantherettes 83 and Bishop Lynch 50. Zay scored 17. Starr had 16 in another balanced scoring attack. Then on Thursday evening, in the third round of the Sandra Meadows Classic, the Pantherettes met Westbury Christian, the Lady Wildcats out of Houston, and I think they broke their record for the fastest score when in 3 1/3 seconds, Zay took Starr's tip and dished to Lorraine for the basket. And then Zay and Nina both enjoy snowbirds for 6 points in the first 45 seconds. Nia follows her shot and banks it home, and then nails a three-point shot. Lorraine takes Nina's pass and scores in the post. And Hannah works the post for two. And after one, it's 27-9 Pantherettes. Tierra hits a reverse layup. And after three, it's 71-22 Pantherettes. In the fourth, Tierra hits a close range shot. And Kristen turns left and shoots left and hits. Final, Pantherettes 84 and Westbury Christian 33. Zay had 19, Nina 14, Lorraine 13, Kristen 10 as the Pantherettes win their 20th game of the season. Then Friday morning was the semifinals, and the opponent was the Fayetteville, Arkansas Bulldogs, a school that won this tournament 8 years ago. Early on, after an inbounds play, it took 4 attempts, but Lorraine finally gets it to go to open the scoring. She gets it to go on the first shot, this time on the next possession. Nina hits a three-point shot. And then Zay has all toes on that arc on the floor for two. Lorraine gets it to Starr, who catches and shoots with one hand for two. And after one, the Pantherettes trail 17-14. Nina dribbles through defensive players for the layup early in the second quarter. And this drive and hoop by Zay ties the game midway through the second quarter. Late in the quarter, Nina gets it into Lorraine, who scores and is fouled. But at the half, it's 35-31 Bulldogs. Kyla gets a much-needed hoop. And after three, it's 51 apiece. Early in the fourth, Nina grabs an offensive rebound, goes to one knee, shoots, and scores. Down by 4. Starr comes down wrong and hits the court, but was able to walk off, but didn't play anymore in this game. When Fayetteville scores this basket, they lead by 8 points. Zay hits a three-point shot. And Naya puts a 16.5-foot shot in. After the scramble, Coach Self Morgan was not happy with the call or anything that happened after that, as the Pantherettes dropped this semifinal game 67-60 to Fayetteville. Zay had 20. Lorraine scored 14, and the Pantherettes now play Friday evening for third place. Then Friday evening, 2 Hall of Fame coaches meet up, boasting the number 1 and number 2 teams in the state of Texas, as Sue Cannon and Kathy Self Morgan played for third place, having lost to teams from Arkansas and Georgia in the semifinals. A moderate crowd was on hand, most having planned for a 7:30 game, but against the same team that they're playing, Trinity. Lorraine gets things started, rebounding and hitting a mini hook in the lane. Then Crescent makes a good pass to Zay, who hangs, catches, and scores. Trinity jumped to an early lead, but Zay cuts into that with this three-point hoop. And after one, we're tied at 11 apiece. Nina feeds Chrisland down the lane for an 11-point lead. And after three, it's 13. In the fourth, Zay feeds Naya for 2. Trinity made a run midway through the fourth quarter, cutting the lead to 6. But Lorraine makes a smooth move in the post, scores, and draws a foul. As usual, with the lead, the Panthers kind of played keep away the last part of the game, unless they give you a basket, as the Trojans do here, and Lorraine is the recipient. This three-point goal by Trinity cut the Pantherette lead to 6. But free throws made the final 54-47 Pantherettes. Lorraine scored 16. Chrisland had 10 points. The third place trophy was presented by Director Steve Martin, and Zay Green was named to the all-tournament team. Now it's time for some District 7 6A action.
Nothing has really changed with the Pantherettes in District 7 6A since our last show, but here's what we said.
3 games into the 14-game District 7 6A schedule, the standings are as expected, with the Pantherettes and Cedar Hill undefeated on top. DeSoto, who lost to Cedar Hill, is 2-1. Then South Grand Prairie, Irving MacArthur, Irving Nimitz, and Irving High are all at 1-2. And the Grand Prairie Lady Gophers are and probably will be winless.
The Panthers had one game prior to the Dallas Independent School District Holiday Tournament that they participated in. And
Here's the highlights of that game and how they did in the tournament. On Monday of the Christmas break, the Panthers hosted Houston Bel Air in the highlight game of a little shootout of 3 games Saturday at Sandra Meadows Arena. The Cardinals are ranked number 9 in the state, and the Panthers are number 12. Dex gets it started with a 3-point bomb, and then Miles had another big night, and look at this move down the lane for 2. Check out this behind-the-back pass from Jacoby to Eric on a break. Miles again, down the lane again. And 2 points again. And then again down the left side for 2. And 1. Then Dex again. 3. Dex again. 3. And after 1, the Panthers lead by 7. His initials are CD, and the color of his shoes and the soles should tell you where he's from. He's scouting. Then Ty scores in a crowd and is fouled as the Panthers build their lead back to 12 after 3. In the 4th, Jacoby drives and dishes to Chris Davis, a 6'7" senior, for 2. Then Dex soars for a rebound and scores. Later, Terrell Hervey has a snowbird after a multitude of free throws. It's over. Final. Panthers 70 and Houston Bel Air 65. Miles had 33 points and Dex had 18 to lead the scores as the Panthers now head into their Christmas break. The Christmas break is over as the Panthers participated again in the Dallas ISD Holiday Invitational at the Forrester Fieldhouse in East Dallas. Their first round opponent is Dallas Conrad High School. And Eric nails an early 15-foot shot to get things started. Jordan snares a rebound and knows where it goes. So score the basket. Jacoby drives for 2 and is followed by Terrell with a snowbird. As the Panthers build the lead. Late in the quarter, Douglas Murata works the baseline for 2. And it's 13-2 Panthers after 1. And then Douglas just passes through everybody for a floater. And after 3, it's 50-20 Panthers. Clarence Taylor opens the 4th with a 3-point hoop. And Ahmad's drive won't go, but Gerald Bowie is there for a deposit. Antonio Spencer takes it down the lane for 2. Stephen Quinn rebounds and scores. And that's that. Panthers 72 and Dallas Conrad 32 in a balanced scoring attack, with Clarence Taylor leading the scores with 13 points. Then Wednesday evening, the Panthers played Vista Ridge from down around Austin in the second round of the Dallas ISD tournament at Forrester.
And Jacoby gets the first basket in a hurling layup. Then he's trapped, but gets the ball to Miles, who spots Jordan Mattenberg for the hoop. Dex nails a three-point shot. And after one, the Panthers trail 16-11. Coach Chisholm disagrees with an official's call. He's usually right, but Ty drives and scores and draws a foul. And after three, the Panthers have built a 12-point lead. In the fourth, Dex stops and pops, as does Miles. Then Dex drives and has to change hands in the air, but he does and scores. And Becky is trying to keep up with all this too. But it's over. Panthers 76 and Vista Ridge 62 in round two of the Dallas ISD tournament. Miles had 23 points, Dex 18, Jacoby 12, and Ty had 11 in a balanced scoring effort. Then Thursday afternoon, in the tournament quarterfinals, the Panthers met Dallas Skyline, another highly ranked team in the area. In the early going, Dex hits a fall-away baseline jump shot, and Jacoby drives the lane for two. Then Ty snares a loose ball and scores. Two. And one. But after one, the Panthers trail 20-13. Dex opens the second half with a nice jump shot. And then Miles makes a smooth move down the lane. Jacoby appears to have a snowbird, but is called for elbowing. And Coach Chisholm doesn't like that call at all. Dex gets things back to normal with this three-point basket, but it didn't last as Dex feeds Eric for a basket, then flips the ball over to the official and gets a technical foul called on him. And once again, Coach Chisholm objects. But after three, the Panthers trail by 15 points. Oh, Zay and Star and Friend were at this Panther game. They don't get to see the Panthers play much because they're just finishing their game. On an inbounds play, Ty spots Dex, who gets two and one. Jacoby makes a strong move down the lane for two. And Terrell hits a late game free throw. But not quite enough. Final, Dallas Skyline 69 and the Panthers 48. Miles had 14 and Dex had 13 as the Panthers are now 14-4 and ready for some District 7 6A play.
I kind of apologize for the abbreviated highlights on some of the games, but we're limited on time. Here's what the Panthers and Pantherettes are looking for in the upcoming couple of weeks. We are into the Tuesday-Friday routine now, and on Tuesday, the 3rd, Cedar Hill will be in town, and on a Friday, the Irving Nimitz Vikings will be here. Then on the 10th, we are at South Grand Prairie, and DeSoto will be here on the 13th of January. That's a Friday. Remember, in district action, the Pantherettes will play at 6, and the Panthers follow at about 7:30. We'll be back on January the 17th, on or before, with highlights of those 4 games for each of the 2 teams, the Panthers and the Pantherettes. As we close, we've got plenty of fan cam to show you. See you January 17th.
5'7" senior guard number 15, Tay Davis. 5'8" junior guard number 20.